Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Diebold. I am the construction advisory teacher for this pathway. So I'm really happy that you all are here. I'm sorry I can't be here for a live meeting. I had a prior obligation I had to take care of this evening, but we're just going to walk through a couple of the important things, important details that your students need to know about this class and about how to be successful going into this the digital learning environment that we're going to be in for the start of this school year. So I hope everyone's doing well, hope everyone's feeling well, and thank you for coming and watching this video. Let's go ahead and get started. So share my screen here with you. Okay. We're just going to go over the quick little syllabus here of what the expectations are. My name, like I said, is Mr. Diebold. So office hours at the top here, that'd be from 2:30 to 3:30 in the afternoons each day. So if one of your students had a particular question for me, that's when I would be able to be accessed. Or if you just had a quick question, this is my school email, so sdiebold@kcpublicschools.org. There's our school mission for East High School, which I'll let you read on your own time. This document is also attached along with this video, so you can follow along that way. We're just going to kind of go through it. I'm not going to read it line by line. So really important. Last spring, we had in place what was called the hold harmless policy. That was where students' fourth quarter grades could not be lower than what their third quarter grade had been. So if you had an A third quarter and you got a C fourth quarter, it didn't matter. We had to raise that up to be an A for the entire school, for the entire semester. That is not the case going forward. That is not going to be the thing that is in place. This is a fresh school year. Whatever grade your student earns is the grade that they're going to get. So it's really important that come to class, treat things seriously, make sure that you do well on assignments. And advisory is one of those classes that's there to help make sure that they're not falling behind or having trouble in any of those other classes. So attendance. Attendance is going to be taken at the start of each class period. So when they come in and see me in advisory, I'll take attendance. If they're not able to attend for some reason, as long as they're able to pull up the video and then do the activity in class that we were doing and turn it in before the due date, they still get counted for attendance. So communication throughout this whole process is going to be really important. If you're not going to make it to class, things come up. I understand, like, it's a complicated time. Send me an email. My email is at the top, right? Contact me. I'll put my Google Voice phone number on this syllabus as well. And just let me know you're not going to be there. That communication is going to be really important. And then when you do, ask me what you need to do to make up for not being there. I'm not going to come hunt you down and find you to say, hey, I need you to do this for me. You have to come talk to me about that. So, all right. Synchronous and asynchronous learning. So the way that this is going to work every class period, right? We're going to have two paths of a class. Synchronous, which is where we're all meeting together. We'll be watching a video, talking about something as a group. And then asynchronous, where I give you an assignment. You want to stay on the video and I'll help you with it? Cool. If not, you can go work on it on your own. That's the asynchronous time. The participation. Most of the time when we're meeting together, I'm going to be expecting you to respond in the chat box or to do an activity that takes you to a different website. You need to be comfortable doing those things and making sure that you are participating. Otherwise, you're going to lose points. You're not going to get participation, even if you're present in the class. Same as if we had been in a classroom. I'll count you there as present, but you're going to lose points if you don't show up and do the work. So, assignment turn in to receive full points must be turned in by the due date. I absolutely accept late work though. So if it's late, that's fine. Just turn it in late and you'll lose some points, but it's always better to turn it in late and done well than it is to turn it in on time and incomplete. So, all right, so our course meetings. So when are you going to be seeing me as an advisory student? So when should you expect your students to be on with me talking about their career pathways? So I will see advisory classes twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. So our Tuesday class, all right, it's going to meet from 10 to 10:30. It's going to be our synchronous time, 10:30 to 11. So you'll be with me for an hour on Tuesdays and an hour on Fridays every week, okay? And we'll do a synchronous time where we're all meeting together, and then I'll give you an assignment and let you go about your way if you want to, or stay on and I'll help you with some other stuff. If you have questions about other classes, things like that, we'll find ways to work that into advisory as well. So the schedule's posted on here as well for all of that. If you have any questions, that schedule obviously applies to everything going on in there. All right, so there's link outs to some important resources that we're going to use. I'll always include these in whatever activity we're doing, but in case you ever need them, they're always here in the syllabus. This is a graded class. I know that a lot of people don't take advisory as seriously as they should. Excuse me, but the important thing to remember is that you do get a grade for this class. You have to take it seriously. It's there as a resource to help you be successful, not only in your other classes, but also in whatever career pathway you end up choosing as you leave school. So there's just a breakdown of what the different assignments are. Let's just kind of talk about real quick what advisory for construction students is going to look like. Now, were we in person, we'd be doing some activities maybe where we were exploring some different things about, you know, what different construction fields we could go into. We'd maybe be playing around with some electrical work stuff. We'd be playing around with some, you know, some painting, with some, wood repair stuff. You know, we maybe be playing with some tools a little bit. We're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately, because we're all digital right now. So what we're going to be doing instead is focusing on how do I get from where I'm at right now as a high schooler to a career in construction. And those careers in construction are very broad. There's many different facets and ways to go about that, being an electrician, being a mason, being a painter, being a roofer, you know, being a rough-in person, being a drywall specialist. Like, there's so many different routes to go on this. And to that point, I mean, I have a fair bit of experience in all of this. I've been doing home repair jobs since I was, you know, an early teenager myself. So I've painted houses, I've done wood repair, I've built decks, I've built furniture, I've hung drywall, I've done roofing, I've done a lot of these things. So I have a fair bit of experience in that. So I'm gonna try to bring some of that knowledge to this classroom to help you all understand, like, you know, some of the different options that you guys are going to have. And we're going to look to find some partnerships in the community that are going to hopefully find ways that we can find an outlet for you to leave high school and find jobs that you can step right into as you leave high school. That's the goal. So we're going to see what we can do on that. We're going to look for what kind of certifications we can get the ball rolling on working on while we're here, because getting things like your OSHA certification done, or figuring out what kind of technical schools you need to go to if you want to be a welder or something along those lines, are things that we're going to look into, explore, and start taking the correct steps to get working on right now in high school. So those are the big overview of what we're going to be doing in construction advisory. We're also going to be looking at, you know, just some basic life skill things, how to send an appropriate professional email, right? How to set up calendars and reminders so that you can manage your personal life and your work life and have something there to help remind you of all the different things that you have to keep track of and keep in order. We're going to work on a lot of life skills in that way in this class as well. So keeping all of that in mind, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me once again at the email sdbold@kcpublicschools.org. Otherwise, make sure that you're going to your Google Classroom pages, right, from all of your other classes. That's really big and important, right? You should be getting emails, right, on your new kcpublicschools.org email, right? So it's going to have the same @kcpublicschools.org. You're not using your kcmsd.net account anymore this year. We're using kcpublicschools.org. That's important, okay? So if you haven't gone on to set that up, right, you go to outlook.com. So we'll pull that up right here. Right, go to outlook.com. Okay. As soon as it loads, it's running nice and slow. Right. Which on Microsoft Outlook, right? You sign in using your username @kcpublicschools.org, right? And you should be getting a bunch of invites from all of your teachers to join their Google Classroom pages. That's really important. Get on there and get those Google Classroom links set up so that you're ready on your first day of school, right, to get to your classes where you need to get to. So make sure you know your schedule, what time it's meeting at. First hour starts at 9 o'clock, so make sure you know where am I going to be for my first hour class. That first week, we're going to be pretty understanding about scheduling and stuff like that and making sure that everybody gets where they need to get to. But you need to make sure it's part of your routine then. How do I get to my classes? Where are the links to get there? We are going to be using Microsoft Teams, right, as our main source of getting on video conferencing. So if you have any questions about any of this, please, like I said, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer questions as best I can to help you out. Otherwise, I think we're about done here. So I hope everyone's having a great day. I appreciate you stopping by to watch the video. Once again, sorry I was not able to be in person, but I hope everyone has a fantastic day. And I will talk to all of you soon. Have a good one.